Welcome to part 2 of the repair title, How to Diagnose and Repair Rear Differential Noise on Dodge Ram 1500 Trucks. If you watched the previous video, you already know where we left off. You know, we got it to the point of removing the drive axles. In this video, I'm going to show you how to finish removing the differential carrier and the pinion. That way we can inspect everything up close. And I did mention it on the first video that it's very likely that the noise is going to be coming from the pinion bearings. But let's take it apart and find out for sure. From here on, it's going to be a messy job. So if you're scared of oil, or you're concerned about your skin absorbing the differential oil, just go ahead and wear rubber gloves. Rubber gloves have never been my thing, so I'm not gonna wear them. But you can if you want to. Set a clean shop towel on the floor and go ahead and remove the spider gears. If possible, keep these guys in their original locations. That way you know which side which one came out of. It wouldn't hurt to put them back in the same place in case you're going to reuse them. Use a punch to make a dot on the top of the cap on each side. That way you know where it's going to go, which one is the top side, and try to keep them, same thing on each side, left and right. These are the locking clips for the threaded adjusters, so they need to be removed now. Same thing, keep them with their original cap. So whatever you place them at, you need to know which one was which. Loosen the threaded adjusters with a tool that I showed you how to make in my previous video. Loosen both sides enough to provide enough clearance for the bearings to slide out. Loosen both sides. Next, remove the caps. Keep them in their original locations and remove differential carrier. So these bearings don't show severe wear or they're not pitted. I'm just going to set the caps here, keep them in their original locations while I remove the pinion. Next step, remove the driveline bolts and separate the driveline from the differential. The 3/8 if you want to know the size. It's not necessary to remove the driveline completely. This is a extended cab truck, so it has a carrier bearing. I'm not about to loosen that, so I'm just gonna hang the driveline from this bracket up here, just to keep it out of the way. And even if yours is not a extended cab, the advantage of not removing the driveline is you don't let dirt get inside the transmission. It's up to you. You can take it off if you want. Perfect. Out of the way. Alright, so listen to this sound. Okay, not normal. It's a growling sound. So far, everything seems to point out that pinion bearings are going to be the problem. Remove the pinion nut. Alright, and finish pulling the yoke with your hands. There you go. Okay, now to drive the pinion out of here, put your nut back on. Use the brass punch. Drive the pinion out. And a little, remove the nut and pull it out from the other side. Okay, this bearing doesn't look good. The race is in horrible shape. Right there with the light is shining, right there, right here. That is a lot of damage on that bearing race. Some of the growling noises are coming from that and the bearing being so, being bad. So we're going to look at the outer one and it's probably going to be just as bad. Remove the seal. Stubborn thing. And remove the outer bearing. Holy smokes, this thing is in worse shape than the inner one. no wonder this thing was making all this insane noise. Alright, so here's the ring and pinion removed, and then here's the outer pinion bearing. Both of them, the inner pinion bearing and the outer pinion bearing, have severe wear. I'll show you in a second on a close look. These bearings don't show any damage, but it's really not a wise move to leave them either. I mean, at this point, all of these bearings need to be replaced. The metal that came off of these bearings was circulating in the oil, and it got to these bearings. So they may appear okay at the moment, so it's better to replace them all and a new crush sleeve. This is a closer look at the bearings. If you look at them, you see all this damage right there. Bearings are supposed to be smooth, and these guys are anything but smooth. See all that damage right there. The races are just as bad. You know, this guy right there has some areas where it has damage. So that's why this thing was so noisy. Due to all the details and length of the repair, we're going to break this into 3 videos, with this one being number 2. So stay tuned for the last video if you're curious to see what the outcome is with this repair. In the meantime, take some time to visit our online store. Have a great selection of accessories for cars, trucks, and SUV. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time.